That's right, we're back for another episode of the Rated RR podcast. A quick thank you to all our listeners, subscribers, and followers continuing to support the channel. And we've got a very special episode lined up for you. A quick check-in with my usual partner in crime, Roshan. Right, Roshan, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Roshan. Very excited to speak to the guest that we have with us on this week's episode.
Yep, looking forward to it myself. We've got the man who's been banging in goals for fun in the Singapore Premier League, a man who leads the line for Tampines Rovers. Is Boris Kopitovic, and he joins us on the latest chat. Boris, how are you doing, bro?
Hello, guys, and thanks for invite. I'm doing very well. I prepare for tomorrow game, and of course, I am very, very. I don't know how to say, but tomorrow game, and I'm excited.
Certainly. I think the fans are very excited as well. And Rosh, you want to kick off with the first question?
Well, yeah, listen, Boris, I mean, you say you're doing very well, and you must be, right? You're scoring lots of goals, 12 goals in 8 matches in the league so far, 11 goals from your last 6 games. You scored 16 last season in the whole of the SPL campaign in 21 matches. Now you're just 4 away from sort of equaling that. What's happening here, man?
For striker, my job is to scoring goal, and this season, I think I prepare same, but I go game by game, and goals coming, and very good. I feel very comfortable, and I feel very well because in first 8 game, 12 goal, very good for me.
Boris, you talk about doing the same things preparation-wise, but anything has changed? Has anything changed in regards to your role in the team or the service arriving to you?
No, all still same, but this year Coach Gavin spent a lot of time after every training. He stay 20 to 30 minutes do finishing with us, with striker, and I think this is key.
Yeah, it's interesting that work that you've been that you mentioned putting in on the training ground and how that has made an impact. I mean, it's not just the service into you that's been good, but from what I've seen, Boris, as well, you have created chances on your own, shooting from long range. You've been scoring from free kick situations. Is that something that you've been working on in the preseason or something that you've been working on recently?
This is just normal, but this season my focus is more on finishing. After every training, do finishing. Last year, 16 goals, but sometimes, 10 games, Tampines no win, and morale is no good. But this season, very young team, and many wins because Tampines must win, and I feel comfortable in attack, and I don't know.
Can you
score and
can you try, Boris? Can you try your best to tell me, with these free kicks that you've been taking, right, and that you've been scoring, they've been of a very good quality. Can you try and describe to me what you're thinking in those moments? What is your routine for the free kicks, and what are you looking for?
I usually free kick take Zeko, Zehrudin, and Kyoga.
Yeah.
But in this moment, I ask Kyoga, can I try? I feel so good. Can I try? I think I can score. And Kyoga and Zeko stay with me together and say, brate, try. I just try, and 2 times against Young Lions and score for win. That's very nice.
But you seem to try to hit the goalkeeper's side. Is that something that you do intentionally? Is that something that you often practice with your free kicks?
Usually often practice in goalkeeper side.
Goalkeeper side, okay.
Okay. Now, Boris, you've scored 12 goals this season. Do you have a favorite amongst those? Because all your celebrations are really good, man. Especially when you score at our Tampines Hub, you seem to enjoy it so much. But do you have a particular favorite amongst those 12 goals?
Favorite goals.
Yes.
Maybe this season for me, favorite goals is against Gelang. 3-2 in 96 minutes for the win. I think this is the one of my favorite goal this season.
Yeah, tell us why that was your favorite. Because we saw the reaction. You ran off to celebrate with the fans after that.
But this is the Eastern Derby, and because it's my favorite.
You also made it a point to run towards the fans, right? After that goal.
But in that moment, just feeling to go and celebrate with the fans who support us 90 minutes very well, and my feeling is better go and celebrate with them because we deserve to collect 3 points in that match.
Boris, it's not just that goal as well. I see you always, more often than not, if you're playing at our Tampines Hub, going across and celebrating with the fans. You seem to enjoy feeding that energy of the fans. How exciting is it to play at your home stadium, our Tampines Hub?
Very nice feeling because these guys support us every game. Never mind, we lose, draw or win. They stay with us together. They support us every game. They coming when fasting month. They also coming, and I'm so proud on them. And only I can say big thanks for them this season and 2 seasons before when I come to the club.
Yeah, Boris. I mean, it's great that you go over and enjoy what the fans are doing, and you're paying this tribute to them. They've been absolutely fantastic, for you guys, and things have been going so well in this year's campaign. But last season, as you mentioned earlier as well, Tampines had some issues. There were difficult moments, especially during the AFC Champions League and after the AFC Champions League. What do you think the team learned from those difficult situations last year?
Of course, I think the team learned many things, many negative and many positive things. After Champions League, we come back to Singapore, 14 days quarantine. We cannot train, and then we go out play games. Very hard for us. And you can see 10 games we cannot win, and many problems. And I don't know, but we learn very good. And this season, before season, we be a bit scared how to start season, but now we go game by game, and we think we do very well job, and against Tampines continue to winning the games, and I think this way is a very good way for future.
Boris, just touching on that difficult period for Tampines at the back end of last season, what was it like behind the scenes, almost in terms of finishing quarantine, coming back into training? What was that atmosphere like? Was there somebody saying, all right, guys, this is what we have to do, and taking responsibility, or was there some friction in the team?
I think both. One part say, okay, we go keep forward, go strong, but some very quiet, and moral is not so high, down, and many problems, I think.
Yeah. I mean, what's interesting to me is you mentioned there as well in your previous answer that maybe the team had some concern about how this season would go in the Singapore Premier League because of what happened in the second half of last year's campaign. So it seems like almost there was a lack of confidence, and you mentioned that poor morale almost seemed to carry on, a bit of doubts in the minds of the players. With that in mind, what kind of work did Gavin and the coaching staff and the team do to try and overcome these negative emotions or this negative mental state?
They keep working hard, very hard with us. And of course, this season they chose to bring young players, many young and quality player who improve the team, who can run more, who can fight more, who have a big desire to play for a badge of Tampines Rovers. And I think this is key why we improve. And of course, they choose to keep 3 of us foreigners who play together 3 years, me, Zeko, and Kyoga. And I think they saw the problem is in defense, and they buy one new foreigner, Shuya Yamashita from Albirex, very good guy and good player. He controlled defense line this season, and I think they do very hard job. But now everything is okay, and we start playing our football from 2020. When I come, we can control the game. We scored, I think, the most goal in first round
this season.
Yes, and this is Tampines.
Boris, just very quickly, you talk about that style of play. The team plays quite an attractive possession-based football, right? How does Gavin go about instilling the team with the confidence to do so? Because it's difficult to implement that. You say since 2020, but how has Gavin gone about instilling that in the team?
Oh, he spent a lot of time to improve us. He cut the video. He sent the video to us every training, every game. On the pitch also, he do with us more than last 2 seasons with attacker and midfield. Gavin and for defender Farah, they always stay 20 to 30 minutes, and I think he do a very good job and a very hard job, and that is the key.
Yeah, I mean it's fascinating for me to watching from the outside, and it's really incredible. I think Tampines deserve a lot of credit for where they were last season towards the second half of the campaign, where they are now. But also, Boris, for me, the way Tampines play football is beautiful to watch. Really, really beautiful to watch. You know, I think the possession style that you have, but also an attacking style, a lot of movement, different players, a lot of rotation, especially in midfield. Maybe to me, some issues defensively, but beautiful style of football to watch, right? Tactically, I think Gavin doing a fantastic job, and you mentioned Farah as well. But what is Gavin like as a man manager? How he deals with the players individually? What insight can you give us about that?
Yes, correct. I agree with you. This is the Gavin style. He like possession. 70%, 80%, and from this possession we can create a chance for me, Taufik, Yasir, whoever play in attack, and then we control the game. He wants to control the game, and from this possession we create many chances to scoring goal. And this season, in all 3 parts, we do very well, and individually he helped us a lot. He improved us a lot, and we play together 3 years, and we know each other, and we believe in each other. And I think that this is why we on 3rd place now this season, and why we scored the most goal in the league now.
Boris, was it a bit weird to have a head coach who is so young? Is it a bit strange? Like a bit strange or a bit weird to have a head coach, Gavin, who is so young? Did you find it initially when you first came? Did you find it a bit strange?
No, because I already speak with Farah, and no.
Okay. So you tell us.
Yeah, carry on, Roshan.
Boris, you tell us so much about Gavin, the manager. We want to know about Gavin, the man. Gavin away from the pitch in terms of, you talk about not having a good relationship with him. What's he like away from the pitch? Because as far as the media is concerned, he's very stoic. He doesn't give away much, right? He's quite serious. So what's he like as a person, on a personal basis?
On the personal, only one. He is a very, very big man without pitch, and he is same person on the game and without pitch. He helped a lot. He asked, "Do you need something, brother? Or is everything okay? Life, not just training and stadium. After training and stadium, if you have some problems, come to me." He is a big person for me. And I like him a lot, and he is fantastic manager, but same person is very, very quality and good.
Yeah, Boris, I want to jump in there and ask you about something you mentioned earlier, which was the fact that this is quite a young Tampines Rovers team, right? So do you feel any sort of personal responsibility in terms of your role with the squad? It's not just what you do on the pitch, but also what's your role off the pitch as well with this young team?
Before season, before season a bit scared, but now I stay together with all of young players. I joking together, and every training I come on train. Every training I come on training with smile, because I think a young boy is key for changing room. More energy, more power, and I really enjoy with all of our young players.
That's good to hear. One player who you seem to have a good relationship as well is Kyoga Nakamura, and he's having a good season as well. It seems he's pushed slightly more further forward this year. What kind of effect has that had on his play as well as on the team overall?
Kyoga.
Yes, Kyoga.
Kyoga is very fun guy, and I think he is very good player. He control everything. He control everything in the middle, and without Kyoga, I don't know how this team can play. Kyoga and Zehrudin Zeko Mehmedovic, for me, these two players is key player for Tampines Rovers. This 3 season when I come, these two players is fantastic.
They play a big role in the way Tampines want to play their football, right? What kind of instructions do they get? Because from the outside, I see, to me, it looks like Nakamura is pushed a bit more attacking now. Is that accurate this season?
Correct. This season.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So him and Mehmedovic, how does that relationship work for Tampines in midfield?
Very good. They create all of our attack. They create, and they always watch for me, for Yasir, for Taufik, who play in attack, and these two guys is very important for this team.
And moving on between the foreigners and you touched on it earlier in the chat. Kyoga has been here for a long time. Zeko has been here for a long time. You've been here coming to 3 years now. And of course, there's the centre back as well. What is the relationship like between yourself and the other foreigners in the team?
Zehrudin is my best friend. Every day I stay with him, play FIFA, go to lunch, dinner, after training, go together, before training, coffee together. But with Kyoga also, me and Kyoga have a very good relationship, and I like Kyoga, and we go watch game together. I think I have very good relationship with both of foreigner, and of course with new foreigner Shuya Mashita, who is my room teammate. I try to help him to adapt very well, and the Japanese player is very good and very, very nice guy. out of pitch, and I like him a lot.
Yeah, Boris, I'm smiling because I have this is a dad joke, right? You know, dad joke, like a father's joke. Because you mentioned coffee, and then your name Kopi Kopitovic. Kopi in Singapore means coffee. You know, right?
Yes, local coffee.
Local coffee. So can I ask you, do you drink local coffee? And
Yes.
if you do, what kind of local coffee do you have? Do you know how to order Singapore coffee in Singapore style?
First time, I don't know, but Coach Farah one time ordered for me. I try, and okay, I can't drink, but sometimes. But all of coffee style, I know.
You know, Kopi O Koso,
yes,
Kopi C, all you know.
Many.
Roshan has been dying to ask you that question ever since we confirmed you for the chat.
Correct.
So glad you got it out of the way, Rosh.
I'm glad I got it out of the way. Thank you for answering that. Can I also ask you quickly, do you have a favorite local dish?
Local dish?
Yeah.
Local food for me, miso soup.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
I can eat every day miso soup.
That's a great answer. We're very different from sometimes the answer we get. People will say chicken rice.
Yeah.
But you miso soup is very nice.
Miso soup for me is the number one in Singapore.
Boris, you've been in Singapore for about 3 years now. Nakamura, Zeko, all here for a long while. Apart from the miso, what is it about the club that has made you want to stay for so long and stay in Singapore for so long?
The club first watch how your personality and how your person. If you're a good guy, you can stay here, but you must give them back on the pitch. If you train hard, if you're a good person, and if you play well, for me, if scoring goals, I think, of course, club want to keep you. And I signed first time when I come, I signed contract 1 year, and then continue, and now again continue for this year. And I try to give my best and give back to the club. Because club give me a lot, and I must to try to give the club, I don't know, 20 goals this season, help the young player, lead the team in the attack, and this is my job. And if they do their job very well, of course I must do my job very well and give him back.
You talk about this now, where we see you now, your contribution to Tampines Rovers, fantastic contribution, right? But if you think back to when you first moved to Singapore, what did you expect from yourself in terms of how you would settle in the country and perform in the league? What were you thinking about the league?
I watched league before I come to Singapore, and then I speak with Coach Farah, and Farah speak with me a lot. And I choose for Singapore League because I can saw this is the league for striker very good. The team create many chances, and you can score more goals, and for the striker very good league to improve. And I chose the Singapore Premier League. And if I can come back 3 years ago, I again chose Singapore League and only Tampines Rovers.
It's beautiful to know that you've settled in so well and really taken to Tampines Rovers as well as you have. What are your plans? Excuse me. What are your plans for your future in terms of looking ahead in the years that are to come?
Just now, all my focus is on Tampines, and this season, because we have very hard season. We play EFC Cup in June and Singapore Cup and 20 more games in the league. And my focus must be on my team Tampines now. And this is only the one way I'm looking forward.
Boris, you mentioned there are 20 more games to play. You've already scored 12. Just now you said 20 goal target. I think that's too little, man. Honestly, how many goals are you aiming for this season?
Who can know this, Roshan? I don't know. But you go game by game, step by step, I think goals will come.
Rosh, anything to add?
No, I think Boris, thank you so much for sharing all that with us. We appreciate you taking your time to come and speak to us on this podcast. Thanks for your insight, and all the best to you and Tampines Rovers this season. Looking forward to you smashing some goal scoring records. You're on a really hot streak, hot run of form. Hopefully that continues for you.
Thank you very much.
Boris has been absolutely fabulous to get to know the goal scorer as well as the man, Boris Kopitovic. So thank you so much for spending time, listeners. We hope you enjoyed the content. We'll see you on the next episode. Continue to support the channel.